Hello and welcome to Watches TV. We are with Mr. Guido Terreni. Thank you for having us. And so what are the main highlights of Parmigiani Fleurier this year at Watches&Wonders?
Well, thank you for being with us. It's every part of the assortment, which the Tonda PF, the Tonda PF Sport and the Toric has interesting innovations to continue to showcase a private and refined luxury for non-ostentatious connoisseurs. And I would say the highlight is that the Toric, the line that we launched last year, has hosted its first complication, which is a perpetual calendar.
Well, you already had something
Yes,
complicated,
it was a
but
Petite Seconde. Then we had a limited edition on the Chronograph.
Yeah.
But since its relaunch last year, we are adding a new movement, which is probably, I don't want to be bragging, but it's the most pure display of a perpetual calendar. I'm wearing now in platinum and blue. It's 50 pieces limited edition, but there's also a pink gold version in this beautiful golden hour color. And what is beautiful about this is that in every time you have a complication or any watch, you have to have two hands that you have to see immediately, hours a minute. That's what you're looking for every time. So that has to be a protagonist at a first degree of information. At a second level of information, you have to have the background of the rest of the information, which is the calendar. And by placing it in a coaxial way, two counters only, and if you trace a line between the logo and the counters, you have a perfect triangle. You have filled the dial in a very pure way, giving the owner the air to read the time with ease. And when he wants to look at the calendar, it's extremely readable because the calendars are importantly wide and they fill the counter in a very neat way. So balance, aesthetics done through technique, and obviously gold movement, manually winded. The grenet main of the dial remains extremely sophisticated, and this palette of colors that is building up is becoming a signature of the collection, where the colors are very calm, serene, relaxing, because we need to be at peace in this world.
Absolutely. And I think purity is absolutely the right word that defines this piece. Yeah.
Absolutely. Going on the rest, we have had in 2022 our first world premiere, which was the GMT Rattrapante. Rattrapante is a GMT that doesn't exist until you want it exists. That's when you're traveling. So it's not a GMT that brags about the fact you're a traveler when you're at home. On the contrary, when you need the function, it is flawless, it is easy to use, and when you're flying back home, it brings you home in an instant, in a blink of an eye. And for the first time, we have added a color, which is, we call it Verzasca. For those who know what Val Verzasca is, it's a valley in Ticino, in the south of Switzerland, where there's a beautiful river. It's all nature. It's not a fancy, glamorous place. It's just where people go and refresh themselves. And there are natural swimming pools in the rocks that are with this beautiful green and with tones of blue in the water, which is really majestic.
And with fine polished stones that have incredible shapes.
You've been there. I feel it. And this is a very beautiful dial that recalls this color, and it's very easy to match with the outfits that you have. The choices of color are always long-lasting, always subtle, always interesting, but easy to wear. Then moving forward, we have downsized the chronograph to 40 millimeters, taking out the date with this, again, another choice, chromatic choice, which is this mineral blue. And just by taking away 2 millimeters, the fit is different. It's a little bit more refined in the elegance, extremely comfortable to wear.
In terms of case material, what are you using?
This is here steel with platinum bezel that remains on the PF, and it puts distance between the PF and the PF Sport. The Sport is more 42, and the PF is on a 40 mm. Which brings us to the slate green skeleton, which is a limited edition of 50 pieces. Our skeleton are always recognized to be extremely uniform and very well finished. And the green highlights the three finishings of the bridges, the brushing, the vertical brushing on the top, on the lower part, the sandblasted finishing, the contrast with that, and in the middle, the anglage, which are done in polished mirror. And this green gives you this flavor of freshness and highlights the making. Last but definitely not least is probably something unexpected from us. We're talking about chronograph in the PF Sport collection. You see this material is quite interesting. It reflects the light in a way which fascinated me when I saw it. The tone of gray changes according to the light. If you're under blue sky, the reflection of the metal will tell you, you will see nuances of blue on the case. We're talking about an ultra Cermet. Cermet is the combination of ceramic and metal, and the color is done through a patent by the supplier of the material, because there's an atomic composition of 32% of atoms of titanium inside, and this gives you the metallic lust that you have on this case, that on the design of the Tonda PF makes it extremely interesting and extremely sophisticated.
So the color is not a coating or whatsoever, it's part of the metal.
This is based on the composition of the Cermet. The Cermet presents itself,
well, the composite, yeah,
as a composite, like a powder.
Yeah.
Then it's filtered because you use only the uniform beads that are extremely precise in the size. We're talking about microns, yeah. And then they are compressed and heated before liquefaction, melting, and in order to be crystallized into this metal that gives you this luxury feeling, which is extremely interesting. And it's a world first because in Cermet it's the first time that somebody reaches out to make a full case in Cermet. Usually it's been before done on a bezel or on a central part of the case, but here pushers, crowns, bezel, back case need 14 different components to create the design and respect the design of the PF here, because it's something that is extremely difficult to master. You need diamonds to polish it. It's 3 years of development just to get to this case.
And precisely to machine the case, for instance, is it very cumbersome? Is it challenging?
It is absolutely, and this is done by the supply of the material, and through the supply of case, we done the development in order to respect the design. The first design was completely ugly. It was too. Because to be safe in production and everybody takes its tolerances very easily, and then something ugly comes out and said, well, I'm not selling that. so we have to go back to designing it from an industrial point of view in order, and that's why different parts, that's why making it a composition more than one unique piece, and this we're very proud with the result.
All right, well, thank you very much for your time. Congratulations, and best of luck to you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Bye, guys.
Bye.